Hey there, Christy. How's it going? This is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 things that will help more pet owners actually find your business when they're looking online. All right? So, look, I actually get it, right? So, you don't have time to figure out all the internet stuff, and honestly, a lot of business owners just don't know who's an expert when it comes to this kind of thing. So here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm just going to show you 3 things that you can actually use, which are content, citations, and backlinks. Nowhere jogging, no pressure, and if you like what you see and want to chat after, cool, just shoot me a message, all right? Okay, so let's jump right in. So first thing I like to go over is your website content, okay? And with your content, your website needs enough words on it. And I know that sounds simple, but hear me out, okay? So when people search for what you do, Google has to figure out which business to show them. And one way it does that is by reading what's on your homepage. If there's only a couple of sentences, Google's going to be like, I'm not really sure what this business does. And right now your site is sitting at about 207 words. And I did the same thing looking up your top competitor in Chesapeake area. And these guys have about 447 words. Since they wrote more, Google has a better idea of what they're about, right? So another thing you want to keep in mind of is you don't want to just have any content on there. You want to be mindful of the keywords that are on your website and how they are placed. And what I mean by that is if you're not familiar with keywords, they are words or phrases that people search up each month to help resolve their issues, concerns, things that they're going through. And you can miss out on a lot of potential pet owners by not having these keywords on your website and by not having them properly placed, okay? And just to give you an idea, so everything that you see highlighted, any images, logos, icons, these are things that Google looks at when they scan through your website. So you want to make sure all of these things have keywords in them. So just going to take a look at one of these photos to see if there are any keywords in them. All right. This one does not. So whoever did your website, you just want to come in and make sure that they get that situated. Another important thing you guys need to be wary of is that your website is not secure. So that means your SSL, something's wrong with your SSL. So you'll want to get that checked out as well, because if Google sees that your site is not secure, they will not trust your website. So you'll want to get that situated. If you're not really sure how, you can text me or email me and I can show you how to go about doing that, right? So heading over here, this is Eris. This is a tool that essentially gives me behind the scenes details on things that Google looks at when it comes to ranking your site. And I came over here for just a couple of things, one of them being your keywords, which you guys are ranking for 12 at the moment. And we're just going to actually take a look and see what a couple of those keywords are. Okay, Dominion. And just looking at these at a glance, these are some of your keywords. And from a glance, I can see that your keywords aren't the most optimized for people who are trying to find you. The reason why I say that is because you don't want keywords with just your business name, okay? Because not everybody knows your business name. So if you want to be able to find new pet owners, you have to use keywords that are geared towards them. And I'll actually give you an example of what I mean very shortly. What we're going to do next is we're going to take a look at your top competitor in the area. These guys are ranking for 457 keywords. And we're just going to take a look at just a few of those as well. Okay, and just looking at these are perfect examples. Excuse me. These are perfect examples of keywords, type of keywords to use. All right, and as you can see, so just to give you an example, so this hospital. So this one right here. Let's see, it's getting a volume of. So there are 350 people searching up this keyword each month. And out of those 350, 51 are being attracted to this website for this keyword, all right? So it's kind of like how it's kind of similar how it works. And what I'm actually going to do next is I'm going to take a keyword and place it into Google, and we're just going to cover we're just going to cover the page. So Animal Hospital, Chesapeake, VA. And real quick before I continue on, I know you might see a bunch of ads when you Google your industry or other industries, and ads can work pretty well. But if your website doesn't have the basics dialed in first, you might just be throwing money at something that isn't ready yet. So you want to get your foundation solid first before you start throwing money at Google Ads, all right? And now we're just going to go into the second thing I like to talk about, and that is getting listed in more places, right? So, say when you Google something, anything like a plumber near me, and you know that map that you see with the 3 businesses on it, this is right here called the map pack, right? And getting up into the top 3 results is very, very huge because this is where people click, all right? And the higher you are, the more clicks you get. And how you actually get up here is by putting your name, your business name, address, and phone number, or directories such as BBB, Yelp, City Star, Facebook, and many, many more. And the goal is you want to have more than your competitor. Here's a picture to describe this. You want to have more than your competitor because this will give you a lot more trust in them from Google, which will have Google push you above them in the map pack, right? And how to actually go about doing this is there are directories that show us what your competition is listed on, and then we go and get those exact same links, citations for you guys. But we don't want to just match them, right? We want to dominate them. So whatever your competitor has, we want to go and get what they got, then add 50 to 100 more because we want them to take a long time to catch up, or not catch up at all, actually. And again, these are known as your citations, all right? And before I continue on, one of the things I forgot to mention is that with ads, another things to keep mind of is there's some people who have ad blockers. So the people who have ad blockers won't even see these ads up here. So that's another reason why not to fully just rely on ads. Okay, so I'm gonna head into the last section that I like to talk about, and that is getting other sites to link to you guys. All right, so with this section, again, you want to be in the top 3 results. And to get there, you need Google to see you as the authority, basically someone who knows their stuff. And so how do you become an authority, right? You need other websites to link back to you guys. So think of it like this. If you have a local blog or community blog that mentions your business and links to your website, like say for instance, dog care, talking about dog care and the best ways to care for your dog and having them link to you. That's like that business, that blog saying, hey, these guys are legit. Google sees that and will give you a boost for that. And now not all links are created equal, right? So, because you're an animal care business, you don't want to have a link from, say a Pizza Hut, right? Because you guys don't sell pizza. So heading back over to Ahrefs, this is a tool that is really good for taking a look at backlinks. You guys are looking at 56 at the moment, and just going to take a look at your competitor, and these guys are sitting at 310. And how to actually go about getting those things is actually pretty cool. So with tools like Ahrefs, I can see exactly who's linking to your competitor. So then we go reach out to those same sites and get those links for your business too. Because if it worked for them, why wouldn't it work for you as well, right? So, okay. So, all right. So in closing, we're going to just recap everything that we went over. So you want to have content. You want to have at least 1,500 words on your homepage. Studies have shown that Google prefers for there to be at least 1,500 words. You want to have enough words for them to get to know you guys a bit better. And it makes it easier for Google and people to understand your business. Citations, you want to get your business name, address, and phone number listed on 200 to 300 sites. This will beat out your competition by a long shot. And backlinks, you want more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority, right? Do these 3 things and you're going to be way ahead of your competition. So with this information, you can go and run and do it yourself. And I'm cool with that. Or if you want to skip the learning curve and want someone who's done it a bunch of times, you can give me a call or text at 218-517-5513. Regardless, I hope this really helped you. Have a great day. Bye.